Hello, one and all, smiling Sam Alvey here, and I am fresh off my UFC loss. So I should sound sadder. Smiling Sam Alvey, I'm off a loss. But hey, truth be told, it was like a punch in the face real hard, and I was trying to do the same thing to him. He just beat me. He beat me to the punch. But anyways, I'm gonna talk to you about it. But before I get into that, I've been googling how to become a better YouTube guy. One, it says I need a better camera than my phone, but it's my phone's what I got right now. I'm gonna work on the camera, but right now it's my phone. And it also says I'm supposed to have a call to action. So like, comment, share, all that. I would, if you guys could help me grow this page, I would be forever indebted to all of you. I love what you've done with me, for me, because of me. I love all that. If you guys could help me grow this page, I would love each and every one of you, even more than I currently do. And I do a lot right now. But primarily in your comments, please let me know what you want to see on this page. I've been around the block. I've got over 70 fights. 23 of them in the UFC, but I've been in Bellator and MFC and King of the Cage and pretty much all the big ones I've been in. I love this sport, and this is my opportunity to give back at all. I know how to wrestle well. I can jiu-jitsu well. I hit pretty hard. Apparently I don't kick ever, which I got to work on that, but it hasn't happened just yet. There's a lot of stuff I need to work on still, as this fight from last night shows it. I'm on an 8-fight, no winning streak, but if you watched all those fights again, I think I won 5 of them, maybe 4 of them, but 5 of them. I've done everything I can to become as good at everything in mixed martial arts as I can. I was a band nerd. You guys know that? I grew up, I did nothing truly athletic until I started fighting. I wrestled, but I was a B team wrestler. I didn't do all that great. I enjoyed doing it. I wrestled my junior, senior year of high school, and then I wrestled my junior, senior year of college. I went to a college in between that didn't have a team. And I just like doing it. Also, my junior year, I played football. That'll be a story for another YouTube thing. My one season in college where I played football, it did not go well. It didn't go well at all, but I'll tell that story soon. Anyways, anything you guys want to know about the sport or about me or want to see me do on this page is kind of a thank you for supporting me for so long. I would love to do. I've been a coach since day one in this sport. Literally, I made first 4 years of my career, I was the head coach at the gym. I didn't know what I was doing. Which is why so much of what I do is ugly, but it's also why so much of it's work, because it's hard to train for. Or it was. Now you've got 10,000 videos of me fighting, and people have picked up on, oh, his lead hook's the strong one. Oh, he circles the wrong way, because people are starting to figure it out. But I love this sport. I've been in love with this sport for a long time, and I'm going to continue being in love with this sport. I'm not done fighting. I've got a lot more in me. I really do. I haven't won in a while, and you want to know a sad thought. So I lost, and that sucks. I have the paycheck and all that, but I lost, and my first thought, maybe my second thought, was my kids, and I'm starting to cry. Oh, I cried last night. My second oldest kid, he knows I win. He knows how good I am. He sees the work I put in. He's 7, but I knew he was gonna be crying at home. I knew he was gonna be sad that I lost, and I got back to the locker room, and I called to say, hey, I'm okay and I love you guys, and I was right. Oh, my little eyeball, he was crying. He was upset I lost, and that just made me cry. It's like, son of a gun, I wasn't gonna cry this time. I wasn't gonna do it. But I knew he doesn't like losing. He hates losing, and I do too. I wonder where he gets it from. But it was such a sad thought. I've had such a good career. Literally, I have had a career people dream about. I have fought so many times. I've made money doing it. I love what I do. I love this sport, and I look forward to my next fight, whenever that is. That brings me to what this video is primarily about. What is next for me? I don't know. The UFC is gonna come. They haven't yet. As of recording of this video, they have not come, but I do suspect they will, because because I haven't won in 8 fights. And in this sport, you have to win. So I've had good fights, and I think of those fights, I won 5 of them. But thinking I won something and actually winning something are 2 different things. And so I got to live in reality. So what's next? I don't know. But I'm going to take some time off. I'm going to let my body heal. I'm one of the most active fighters in the UFC, and I need to slow down. I need to let my body heal. I need to let my brain slow down. I need to keep training just as hard, but do it a little more intelligently, like space it out a little bit. Everyone tends to think I'm a banger, and I never have been. I never stand in that Wanderlei kind of stuff. I've never been that. I've been hit a couple times. But, hey, in the UFC, I've only bled 3 times. 23 fights, I've only bled 3 times. Yeah, and that's a record that impresses me. I don't get hit that much. Recently, I've gotten hit a few times. And so I'm going to slow down. I'm going to let my brain collect itself. I'm going to learn some new skills. I'm going to have to break some terrible habits I have. And I'm going to have to become a wrestler. I mean, I'll never be a true wrestler, but I'm going to have to be that guy that under no circumstances am I scared to go to the ground. That is the kind of guy I'm going to become. And I'm going to do it out here in Tennessee and in Southern California. I'm going to be training everywhere I can. Actually, so I've done this. I've done this before, and I'm going to continue doing it. I think it's going to be a real once-a-month kind of thing. It's called Submit, Smile, and Sam. It's where I go to a gym. I will interview the gym owners, interview the team, and then I'll roll. And as I roll, if you want to roll with me, you donate money to whatever the cause is. I'm thinking about starting a charity of my own, but maybe I'll just piggyback off somebody else's. But I'll raise money for that charity. And you can roll with me you donate $5, you donate $500. And then I'll film it and I'll post it up, and we'll say how much money we raised for. So when I've done it before, I've always done it for the Wounded Warrior program, and that was great. They said thank you. I said I'm happy to do it. I've done it 2 or 3 times now, so I'm going to continue doing that. That's going to be a big feature here. I'm going to get a lot more cooking stuff. I have spent so much time in my career learning how to diet, learning the correct ways to eat while training. So I'm going to do that. Meal prepping, videos, grilling, man stuff. In the comments, let me know if you know what that grunt is from. More power. See how old or young my audience is. But that's kind of my plan. And I love what I do. I love what I'm going to continue doing, and I'm not done fighting. So other organizations, let's say the UFC cuts me. What are my options? Options are, I keep fighting for only the highest price, but I keep fighting the studs. So let's say Bellator talks to me, or PFL talks to me, or Bare Knuckle Fighting talks to me. That might be the place to go. Man, that place is, I love watching that. I have so much fun watching that. WWE would be my dream come true. That is what got me into fighting to begin with. Yeah. Maybe some of that happens. And I fight for the bigger paychecks, but the harder fights. Or I fight on some scrub cards, fight some lower level guys, win a couple, try and get back into the UFC. Also an option. I love the idea of both. I love the UFC. I love that I fought here. And I kind of like the idea of being the guy that gets kicked out and then finds his way back in. I know how good I am. I know people can be terrified of how good I am. And I need to continue improving and showing people again that I am a winner, that I was born and bred for this sport. I grew up as a band nerd, and I developed into an MMA fighter, an MMA athlete, a world champion. I won the MFC belt, the world champion. That is me, and I want to continue doing this kind of work for the rest of my life. And I want to get into coaching even more. From day one, like I said, from day one I was a coach, and I've coached my entire career. I'm going to continue doing it. But I'm going to continue fighting as well. I'm going to bring the next generation of fighters up. Everyone I coach, I want them to be able to beat the tar out of me. I want them to beat me. I want them to be able to break me. That's the kind of coach I am. I'm going to coach for them to beat me. I got to come over a few obstacles in my way. I'm an old dog, 70 fights. I got to get some new tricks. I got to get rid of some bad habits, really. My fight, I stuffed the takedown. I was on top. I had the head control, and I said, no, if I'm on the ground, he can submit you, so stand up. And I know I could out-grapple him. I know it. But my instinct is get the hell up, get the hell up. So That was from day one when I first started teaching myself how to fight. That is, if I go to the ground, I get submitted, because you can't teach yourself jiu-jitsu. At the beginning, there was hardly YouTube. I've been around, been fighting for a minute. Hardly YouTube when I started, and that was a thought. Just don't get taken down, and you won't get submitted. And that has been my entire philosophy for my entire career. And I have to get over that. I have to stop worrying about that. I know how good I am on the ground. I know how good I am. I do things so well. I get people, I roll with people. I have a good time doing it. And I gotta stop. I gotta stop being scared of going to the ground, staying on the ground. I had opportunities in this fight that I let slip through my hands. I hit him once, hit him twice. I never hit him the third time. And he didn't hesitate. He hit me once, he hit me twice, and he hit me third and fourth. And he smelled blood and he went for it. That was my bad. But I'm going to grow from it. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to become a better fighter, a better coach, and even a better parent because of it. So I love you guys. I love this sport. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for helping this page grow. By the way, I think I'm at 1,000 members right now. I'm going to check as I post this. But if I'm not, get to 1,000 follows on my YouTube page here, and I'm giving away some autographed UFC gear. I've got a hat signed by Dan Henderson, Ovin St. Preux, myself. I believe Ashley Yoder's on it. It's a really cool hat. It's a UFC hat. I've got a couple other hats. I'm going to give away some autographs, stuff like that. Like I said, I've been saying it for a minute. I get to 1,000, I get there. Then I start going, if I get to 10,000, I've got gloves signed by a lot of fighters. If I get to 100,000, I got a glove signed by Kobe Bryant and about 10 other UFC champions. Maybe I'll do that at 1 million followers, but maybe not. Anyways, I love you guys. I truly appreciate the support you've given me and this sport. And together, let's continue growing this sport. It's 25 years old, this sport, and I want to be here for another 25 years, helping and making sure that my team and my coaches and my students are that next generation of successful fighters. So thank you guys for supporting me. Comment, like, hit the rumble button, and know that I truly love everything you guys have done for me. So thank you, and hey, never don't smile.